Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I wanted to talk to you about why I disappeared from YouTube and why I'm back just before the Palantir earnings. So this, I want to warn you, is going to be a video about me, and if you don't care about it, no hard feelings. This is not going to be about stocks, about Palantir analysis or anything like that. That's going to be the next video that is coming out hopefully tomorrow. So then you can leave now and just come back tomorrow. And for those of you who want to know, I just want to tell you a little bit what happened to me, why I disappeared, and why I decided to come back to YouTube. And thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you are subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate you, and let's begin the video. So 2023 is gearing up to be the toughest year of my life, and I've had some pretty tough years. But I feel I really got humbled this year for many factors. So I don't know if you know, if you followed me for a long time, you know that I'm a real estate guy. I have quite a big real estate company where we develop apartments in southern Sweden. We are currently building 24 apartments in one project. We have two projects of 11 apartments and 17 or 16 apartments that are starting soon. And then we have a monster project where we are developing 200 plus apartments that is in the zoning stage. And this company I started as a startup with my friend. And we have grown a lot. We have some ups and downs. And last year, the company got valuated for multiple tens of millions of dollars. I don't own 100% of the company. I own around 30% of the company because there's, investors and others. And we signed a very big deal with an investor who was supposed to come into the company in around, between April to June this year. And we have seen an insane deceleration in Swedish real estate due to the inflation, the interest rate hikes, the war in Ukraine, everything was thrown at us at the same time. And this was creating a lot of warning signs in the company. And we knew that, we needed cash, we needed, certain things, but it was not a problem because we had a signed contract with this investor, right? And we were not really treating the condition because we knew that we had this investor coming in. So we weren't really cutting the cost as much as we should have, and we were not really looking for other money solutions, and we were very calm. And then this investor somehow turned to completely bum out and not be able to come into our company. We're not going to go into what has happened, but that left the company almost on the verge of bankruptcy from one day to the next. Literally, basically on the day of my birthday, which was also very tough, I got the news that there's no way that this investor is coming in. I was in a state of shock. That was on June the 8th. And I realized that had we known this information, we could have been handling and finding new investors basically since December of last year. And I realized that because we didn't know this information, we ended up in a situation that we have to handle the company within just a few months. So basically, I started working on a 24-hour shift. I was basically just, awake, working, and then going to sleep. And my wife was complaining that she doesn't see me. My kids were complaining that they don't see me. Just thought a kid was coming. So it was a very tough period. And in about 1.5 months, I managed to cut down expenses by $15,000 a month, which is very nice. I managed to handle some extra financing into the company. And it does feel like we are making it through this period. But I tell you, around my birthday and a few days after that, I think I went through like almost a mental breakdown, and it was just not pretty. And it's extremely hard when, you know, you felt like in 2022 you were like this top shit hot entrepreneur that, you know, managed to get this big investor, and, you know, the company was valued at the value that it was valued at. I thought that I was going to be able to get, you know, quite a chunk of money myself, which, by the way, I was going to invest all in Tesla and Palantir, and that money was supposed to come in January. So that's also something that is mentally hard, that had I invested those money in January, it would be 3x on both Tesla and Palantir, or 2 point something x. And it's also really, really hard to realize that, okay, you are not where you think you are. Okay, so it's also really, really hard to realize that you are not where you think you are. And I actually watched some Alex Hormozy videos, and he talked about that your life has, you know, different seasons. And many people, when they finish university, they think they're in the season of earning, whereas they should be in the season of learning, and they should take any jobs that can really advance their careers, even if they don't get paid as much, because later on when they come into the season of earning, it will help them very, very much. So I basically realized that I was not in the season of earning yet. I'm still in the season of learning and, you know, making it go right, and, you know, still being part of a scrappy startup where many, many things can happen. And that actually helps a lot mentally. So yeah, so I'm happy to report that I feel like the situation is handled and we're gonna make it through. But it was very tough, and obviously I couldn't keep up the YouTube schedule because I just had to make sure that the company doesn't go under. And the reason why I'm coming back now is because I realized that when this bad time was happening, I went off my diet. I gained, you know, many, many pounds because I wasn't looking at what I was eating and the stress. I stopped going to the gym because I don't have time. You know, I stopped with the YouTube videos, and I do have big plans with YouTube, but I know that it's going to take quite some years to make these plans come true. And I basically realized that even though I have this scene and it's handled now, I need to be a successful guy before I'm a successful guy, you know? And I looked at it like, how would I be if I'm successful? Okay, I would keep my diet. I would be in shape. I would go to the gym. I would make YouTube videos every day. So I decided that I need to give first and then get much later. And I decided to also take it a lot, you know, not be so serious about life. And, you know, when I was doing YouTube before, I was like very much checking the views and this and that. And I decided I'm just instead going to start having fun, make videos about the stocks that I like, and instead of making a lot of content about random stocks, I really want to focus in on, you know, Tesla, Palantir, Enphase, and other stocks that can be 10 to 20 plus years of investments for you. And my goal is really to help the long-term investors, you know, stay in touch with their stock, help keep them motivated to not sell and be in the stock. And I don't want to be this guy who, you know, is going to be doing videos about any and all stocks that is hot. I really want to laser focus on just a few stocks, and those will be the stocks that I own myself. And I'm probably going to change my channel name because of this, but you will see it when it comes, because the Bullish Investor, I don't know, I kind of like that name when I gave it to the channel, but then I was like, this is a really sucky name, so I'm going to come up with a much better one. And yeah, so this was all about me. If you stayed until the end of the video, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for staying. And I'm excited to be back. As I said, I'm aiming for doing one video per day about these 3 stocks and possibly more that I find that can be these fantastic investments. And yeah, come what may. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.